Hi, my name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. I was born July 4th, 1986. I want to say thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching what it is that I'm going to do in this video, which I believe is going to be very incredible. This is going to be another progression video, and more likely the last progression video I do with my Dalmatian, because not that I'm ever done, but I'm at the point now that this past month, I've been experimenting, studying, watching, staring, and just really looking around and really just being more aware of what's around me and not worrying about what it used to be or what it could be, but where am I right now? How do things look? So today I want to go ahead and just kind of get this going, and excuse my mess too. I'm just busy. I got stuff going all the time. It is what it is. But we're going to go ahead and go back here and attempt to do some stuff to see what's about to happen. So she's been liking to play with my Pyrenees quite a bit lately, so they just have a good old time. But we're going to go ahead and go back to this chicken coop back here. So I got always a lot going on, and there's always a lot of animals around, and something that I just realized is there's some incredible things that I mainly want to talk about in this video when it comes down to the concept of the dogs growing up. And in reality, everything on this planet growing up. And when we're a baby, we do things like a baby. When we're a toddler, we do toddler things. When we're an adolescent, we do that. And when we're finally an adult, we no longer do look, act, portray the same ways and the same things that we used to do, especially, as a baby, it's one thing, but especially as being, say, a toddler. We don't do that anymore. Hey, Ophi? Yeah, come here, girl. So what I'm going to do today is so there's approximately 500. You stay out, Shadow. I don't want you peeing all in here. There's approximately 500 baby chicks in here right now. There's a couple older ones, and that's Rooster Man from that one video, if you remember. He's much better today, so he's able to live. He stays in here, and he's basically protecting all of my baby chicks. And day one, walking in here with this dog, I would have been, this is impossible. I have videos along the entire way. It's not like I'm just making stuff up. So what I'm going to do here is, because somebody sent me a message like a year ago at least, right when I got this dog off. Well, if you're so good, then leave the dog in the coop with the chickens and see what they do. So I was like, okay, well, y'all wait. So I said, all right, I kind of want to test this out. I kind of want to see what's going to happen. So we're just going to leave Johnny in there as well, just because he's such a good boy. But the main thing that I want to talk about with this is, hold on, let me turn this around, is when the dog understands what we're doing, because we're no longer a baby. We're no longer a puppy. We're no longer in this in-between stages of I don't know, I'm unsure. We're finally at the stage that my dog is an adult at this moment. And I've been watching this and seeing the maturity really just kick in with her. That she no longer acts and does, and let's go this way, and does anything as she used to do, period. She no longer is frantically chasing. She no longer is frantically all excited just because the wind kicks in, and now she's just, man, I thought that was a snake. And now she's just has to go and has to get all this run out. She no longer does a single thing that she used to do as a puppy. And the main thing behind this, I'm realizing, is we're not allowing, because this is something that goes on today. I mean, I can put this in a sense to make it easier so we can kind of humanize it in a way of giving the example, but an 18-year-old boy is nowadays an 18-year-old boy. 100 years ago, an 18-year-old boy was a man. That was a full-grown, just man. That was a man. That was not some little, I'm trying to figure out the life, I'm trying to figure out the world. That was a man at that stage. And the thing that I want to say behind that is we clearly are doing things differently today, that we're not allowing even our children, but we're not allowing the dogs to grow up. We're keeping them to be puppies forever. So when I go out in public and I'm seeing dogs, I'm literally seeing puppies everywhere. I don't care if you get to be 4, 5, 6. Oh, my dog is 18. It still acts. It still does what puppies do. It sees that and it's like, oh my goodness, I got to go after it. And a mature and adult animal is not going to do that, because you look around at every animal that I have. The cows, because it's cool. We're going through a transition period. I've only got 3 right now. I got rid of everything. But the baby that's young, they run, they are jumping. They're just like, they have this like burst of energy that they just start to cruise. They start to go. And you know what? I want to add an extra complication to this. Oreo, come here. You come on too. Come on. I want to just add extra complication just to talk more about this maturity thing. When all these animals are young, when the baby chicks are young, when they're running, they're doing what they're doing, and then they hit that age where it's just like, that's all done now. That's done. All we do is walk. We walk, we hang out, we walk, we go, we walk, we do. We don't do anything more than that. That's all that goes on. So what I'm noticing is we're not allowing even ourselves as humans, because this is something I can even say to us. that a lot of us, we can say that we're like, I'm 45 years old, I'm a man. And I can say more than likely, I'm almost gonna guarantee you do things that children do, and you still act like that child. You're still dependent upon people as if you're still that child. That it doesn't matter what the age is. It matters that we're actually learning how to be able to get through and deal with things that are going on with us. And knowing how to be able to, the number one thing that I do know is knowing how to be able to, hold on. I don't know why I'm getting so tired right now. Knowing how to be able to get to the point of being able to just be satisfied with absolutely nothing. Hey, Oreo, we're gonna go ahead and put this boy in here too. Johnny, wait. Oreo, Johnny, no, y'all go back in. Come on. Ophi, Johnny, Ophi. All right, I'll be back. So that boy is clearly, he's about to run around. So this is the biggest thing here. He's got different rules. Well, when they're in a coop, he knows he can't mess with them when they're in the coop without me. So he's gonna move them around, but he's not gonna do his like work. He's just gonna do what he does. But the main thing behind this is I'm putting him in here to move them around so that now the chicks are moving. So I don't know, you can see him right, yeah, he's right there. He's gonna be moving them this entire time. The chick's gonna be running and bucking and clucking, and watch how these other two dogs aren't gonna mess with them. And I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna stay here because they understand we're no longer a baby. We're now know what the rules are because the rules are in place. And then one of the other main things that I've noticed that is really destructive is when you start to treat and train a baby as if they are already an adult. You're putting rules and stacking all this on with not allowing the child and the dog to be able to just express themselves. Because one thing that I really want to put, I don't know why I thought about this because I'm not big into fighting and all the martial arts and all that, but it makes perfect sense. If you see that your little boy is 8 years old, let's just put it at 13. He's 13 years old and he just likes to fight. He's fighting. And a 13-year-old boy, depending on his size, he might be able to be fighting and whooping on his own mama. And one great thing to do is put that kid in some sort of martial arts, some sort of fighting. And to say, hey, you want to do this? We got to do this. So for me, the equivalent with my, say, Dalmatian and with all my dogs is that chase, mainly just that chase. I said, we got to do this. We got to allow you to do this so that you can learn how to be able to channel that energy and not just be explosive about it. And there's one thing that I do know about fighting, because I hear this from a lot of interviews and people that talk and say about it. You think you tough. So your record in high school or middle school, you're 13, maybe on the upper end. No, if you're 13, you're in high school. Your record may be 20-0. You whooped everybody. But you're gonna go day one, week one, into some class, some dojo, some something. And you're gonna be a 13-year-old boy. And that person in there, that leader, is gonna say, okay, I want you to fight this 8-year-old girl that's 50 pounds. And you're gonna say, that's easy. And when this girl puts you in an arm bar, she knocks you out, she chokes you out, you don't want to tap because it's some girl and she blacks you out, you're gonna be humbled instantly of like, I'm not as tough, I'm not as strong, I'm not as great as I thought I was. I need you to help me out. I need you to guide me, to show me how to be able to get better. And the thing is, when you start to get better, your impulsiveness starts to disappear. Your craze starts to disappear. Your just a desire to just want to go and fight everything starts to disappear. Because the main thing behind that is you thought you were having fun, but you weren't. You were actually just because fun, especially for guys, hopefully all of us, we like that level of competition, what we're doing. If there's no competition behind it, what's the point? And a lot of times when we're just out there, especially if you're just fighting, you're out there fighting, you're not getting anything that's a competitive level to you. So when you get to someone else that is competitive with you, that is like, just shows you like you nothing. Like you think you can even compete next to another 13-year-old that's in the league, that's doing what they're doing, that's on a national level, you're nowhere near that. You're gonna be humbled real quick to say, I need some training. But I never said to the kid, oh, you fight, never do that again. All that's gonna do is build it up and build it up and build it up, and it's just gonna be impulsive. You're gonna end up with you're gonna end up probably beating on his mama, beating on his family, beating on his sister, beating on his brother. It's just gonna keep going and going and going. But when we give them that chance and we say to them, I like that you do this, I want you to do this, I'm gonna guide you to how to do this better, you're no longer gonna have this sporadic sense about it. You're gonna be very calculated. So now when something's going on, my dogs are very calculated on, should I chase that, should I leave that? What's going on right now? What should we do? Where should we go? What should we make happen? What do I need to do to figure out how to be able to make this best here? And the main thing behind that is, this is why it's cool to line this up with the fighting aspect of it, especially if you want to go to a competitive level of it. You don't just go and fight. You're asking your teacher, who should I fight? What should I do? So that's what the dog does to me. He's asking me, the teacher, what should I do? Should we chase this? And I'm like, nah. Oh, they're like, okay. Should I chase this? Yes, let's chase. Let's go get that one. They're like, yeah, let's go make it happen. But most cases, they're automatically, no, I'm not going to make a decision on my own. I'm going to wait for the leader to come in to explain to us what it is that we're doing. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people are missing and lacking in, is not pushing the dog to that sense of realizing that it could do things on its own, and because of what we've been doing. And the main thing behind this is seriously, this could be my next probably 50 videos that I make, is the art and the concept and the idea of doing nothing at all. We're doing too much. When you can get your dog to be overexcited and be able to stand there and do nothing with that animal, it's teaching them how to be able to, the best way of saying it is, again, the same way with the fighting. It's clearing your mind. If you're angry going into a fight, you lost. If you're super excited going into a fight, you lost. You need to be able to just keep your mind focused and just steady, not angry, not excited, not mad, not nothing, but just let's go do something. That's the art that we need to be able to, all of us across the board, all humans, all everything, all animals need to learn. But animals is pretty easy because it's not like they have an iPad or anything. They just have to sit, they have to hang out. But for us, we have all these things that are stimulating us, that are not allowing us to be able to get into that sense of just like thoughtless thought, of just being satisfied in that exact moment that you're in. Just being, just satisfied is the word of, I don't need this. I don't have that today. Okay, well, whatever. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I'm fine without it. I'm fine if I'm there. I'm fine if I'm not there. I'm fine if it fell through. I'm fine if it worked out. I'm fine regardless. And to be able to get into that stance, that in reality, this may sound messed up for some people, but that emotionless stance. If something good is going on in your life, all right, it's good. If something bad is going on in your life, okay. And not be in these loops of trying to get yourself into what you're seeing and what's going on around you. I believe that is the one thing that is really destroying not only just, unfortunately, children, but unfortunately these dogs. Children more than the dogs, because I, at the end of the day, care more about human beings than I do the dogs. But the dogs are a way of being able to really get some skills at the end of the day, is what I could say. But we're not allowing them to see how to be able to be steady, because we're just always in these loops of like, oh, you're all excited, you're all happy. And in reality, let's say it on the man's side, because I know how us men should, in most cases, operate. If you're all excited, you're still acting like a boy. You're still acting like a child, because that's what children do. They're all excited. They see something shiny. They're like, oh, I got to go get it. But a man is going to look at it and just say, okay, that's cool. Okay, what else? What about it? It's nothing all exciting. When you're getting these exciting feelings, that's the young stuff of even the dogs. I see that with my dogs across the board even right now. They don't get all excited. They're just like, hey, how's it going? How are we doing? So now I don't have to worry. I don't have to be on edge. I don't have to care about what's happening behind me. I could just allow them to go and allow them to be and allow them to do, because I know we're good. Because nothing is super exciting. They're mature at this moment now. Same with the cows, the baby calves. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. They get so excited. They're just running around. They run up to their mama drinking. They be jumping on their mama and dad. They're all doing weird stuff. But when they're older, they don't do that no more. That level of excitement just disappears. The baby chicks, it's the same thing. All these animals are the same thing. And I see this the same with all these dogs, and I see it the same with just everything. That overexcitedness is, the dog is still a puppy, the human is still a baby. Or maybe not a baby, but at least a toddler. You're still acting in a toddler sense, not acting like an adult. An adult is not going to just rush into something real quick and just go I want it just because. We're going to think a little bit through, maybe not even have to think it through, but just realize, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Something crazy, something bad, something wild is going on in your life. I don't care. I'm still going to go. I'm still going to get stuff done. I'm still going to make it happen. I'm still going to just follow through and do what it is I have to do. It's raining this morning. I got mulch to move every morning. It's just my new slight workout plan. I don't care what's going on. I still got to do it. I don't care what's happening. I don't care. My hip hurting, my knee, my this, my that. We're just going to muscle through it. We're going to be fine. And once we warm up, we can stretch it out and go back and finish and do some more. It doesn't matter. We're just going to get stuff done. And when I'm sitting down and I see that the dog is all crazy and all crazy and all crazy, I'm going to just sit there and I'm going to do nothing at all. And I'm going to say, that's that puppy stuff. We're not puppies no more. We're going to figure out how to be able to get mature, to be able to learn how to be able to deal with this. We're no longer going to be all excited over this like a little puppy, like a little baby. We're going to move forward. That's the biggest thing that I'm just seeing is we're not allowing things to get to that mature level. The animals in nature, they do that, and they have no other choice. That's why it's the difference of, especially you could say us all around us as the humans today. We no longer have, the word I want to use here is responsibilities, and responsibilities are the one thing that really grow people up. We no longer have that. We just sit in a room and play video games and listen to music and play on the computer and play computer games. And that's like the kid's life nowadays. Not having to go outside and shovel this and fix this and build this fence and fix this fence and put that on the car and fix the tractor and go move this, and no longer having to do any of that stuff. So that's kind of the thing is those no responsibilities is what's slowing us down. And those responsibilities are the things that are in reality grounding us to do regardless, to get out of your emotions, to get out of your feelings, to get out of your thoughts and just make it happen. Stop saying, oh, it's not going anywhere, because as soon as you're saying that, it's not going anywhere. Oh, it's looking really good, and it may not be looking as good as you really think it is. And it's just for you to just sit back and just hang out and just realize that everything is good, everything is fine, where I am in this moment, and just sit and stay in that as much as you absolutely possibly can. So we're gonna go back here. Which way should I go? Let's go this way. So we're gonna go ahead and go back here again and check on these dogs and see what they do. I appreciate you, Shadow. You like to hang where I am. I appreciate that, but I don't at this. You can come. Come on. Shadow. You ain't gotta stay here. Come on, man. He likes to, he likes to, turn this around. He likes to hang with me, but he likes to hang out in the back, under that, I don't know what to call that wheelchair ramp thing. It's cooler there, so he's been slightly struggling a little bit this summer. He's just been hot, so I've been getting my dogs all wet. But we're just looking at this. You can see it. You can probably see her. Oriole's still moving these chicks all around. He's just doing what he's doing. And she's just like, oh, hey, how you doing, buddy? Oriole, get that out your mouth. Oriole. Lord, oh, there's a baby chick out here. But he's just gonna keep on moving them. We're fine. And that's just what he does. That's his job. He's got different rules than the other dogs. He never, ever comes out and just hangs out. He always comes out and does some sort of work. But I kind of want to come in here. Come on, y'all can come back in. Y'all come on. Come on, Ophi. You can come. Oriole's gonna go out there. He got work to do. You gotta get that one back in here. Hold on, let me shut this door. Baby chicks be running out. It takes forever to get them back in because they fast. But it's just a very interesting thing to just if you could just sit and hang out and watch these animals right here, right now, with what it is that they're doing. You could just sit here and just look at them. The adults that are back there, they hang out. They're standing. The babies are always just moving. They're cruising, jumping, flapping. They're just on this rampage. It's just wild, pretty much all the time. But the adults don't do that. And this is what I'm seeing in my dogs at this moment. Outside of, oh, forget out their food. Outside of her, that's the only thing I still got to work on with this dog is her and this food. Did y'all eat my eggs over here? That's the only thing I was hoping they didn't eat. Yeah, they ate them. They just like, I'm about to eat those eggs. But this is what I just see in my dogs right here. That they just hang out. They just hang out. She has what I want to say is absolute zero desire to want to chase anything in here. And in this dog specific, I don't need her to do no work to move animals around. I don't really need Johnny to do it. He's pretty good at doing it and then not doing it. Hey, Oriole, can you go home? No, that's not the house. Oriole, go home. I don't care. You can come in here, but you're going to do something right now. All right, get down. Sorry, he's like, I got to get this baby chicken. I just don't feel like hearing him running around behind me right now. I don't know what it is. That's something that still kind of freaks me out a little bit. Things that are kind of just running and acting a fool behind me. But this dog has zero. So her and Johnny here, I don't have them to move any animals around. Johnny does help Oriole sometimes when I got the big ones to move. When I got to catch, because like, man, I give you $100, I'll give you $1,000 if you can catch that rooster right now. Because he's going to jump out of here, and then he's going to jump in the neighbor's field. He's going to jump in some trees. You're not going to get this thing. It's not easy. Oriole, get down. It's not easy like you think that it may be. It's almost straight up, in my opinion. It's an impossible task because they are fast. They could jump. They can fly a little bit. They're very incredible animals. And so I have Johnny help Oriole when we're double teaming, when we're getting food at night to grab these suckers. But as far as babies, I don't need Johnny to move the babies, period. I don't need Ophi to move the chickens, period, at all, for nothing. I have no desire for them. So that's why my dogs all have different rules behind them. Oriole, get down. They all have different rules behind them because they have different, I have different needs and different desires. So Oriole, I never want him to just be calm and hang out and chill around the animals. But he comes out to do his work. And he comes out to do that work in such a fast, hardcore, just get her done type attitude, which I greatly appreciate because I'm not trying to be out here for hours. I just want to get it done. And for me, this is my work. I don't care how it looks. I don't care if you pressure in. I don't care if you got your mouth on them. I don't care. We're getting stuff done because these are all going to grow up here real soon. So they're all, oh, they didn't eat the egg. There's still one there. Oh, someone, see, I can see they got their mouth up. No, she ate it. They ate it. Said they put their mouth on it, but they ate it. But they're all going to grow up. And once they start to grow up and I got to start to collect them and pick them all up, that's when the real work that Oreo does is going to have to come in, that we got to get stuff done. But these other dogs, it's a huge difference in seeing. Because even, I'm a Pyrenees, he's never really, he chases bunnies if he sees them. But he already just doesn't even care to do that anymore. But he's a completely different dog. He's got no desire at all to chase a single thing in reality, but that's what they're bred to do. But I have no desire for them to. So that's why I've been working heavily on these dogs to be able, especially this Dalmatian, to show something that in reality, I don't think anyone can even easily, I would say, replicate with a high, you'll get me with a Pyrenees. I could put the Pyrenees in here and walk away. But give me a dog that has already been killing them, because I got videos of this dog chasing the heck out of these animals. And she hasn't killed mine, but she killed a couple, or more than a couple, from where I got her from, and transformed that animal into being able to walk away. I'm like, I don't know how far that is, but my yard is not like right just around the corner. I'm walking a great distance away. And being able to replicate, this is the power of what I'm talking about with being able to get the dogs to, my number one thing is I would stand, not even here because this is too much for her at first, but stand somewhere where she's super excited and then just do nothing and hang out. Do absolutely nothing. And just allow her to just get through that feeling of, I gotta, and just say, we're not doing nothing, man. I need you to learn how to be able to grow up. You need to learn how to deal with these emotions. You need to learn how to get past what's going on right now. You need to learn how to be able to just deal with it, is the word I want to use. And some people may not agree with that, but that's the thing. Do you want to keep having a puppy for the rest of your life, or you want to finally get to that part where you have an adult dog that you no longer have to really communicate much at all to anymore? The dog just completely understands exactly what it is that you're looking for because you've been working on that day after day after day after day. And I no longer, come on guys, let's go. And I no longer need to apply any sort of, say, consequences in with what it is that I got going on. Because my consequences are, if you're wanting to go and chase something, we're just going to sit here right back on leash. Ophi, come on. I don't want none of these guys to run out. They're so cute. They're just so little. Ophi, come on, girl. Get back in there. Get back in there. Come on. Okay. I don't want them to get in the habit of getting out. Did you get that baby chick? All right, let me get this one for you. Hold on. Oh man, that's a runner. He's so cute though. He's so little. I keep this little hole so I can easily get him back in. But I think that's how they're actually getting out, unfortunately. It is what it is. Oh, there's another one. Oh, we'll get that in a little bit. But the main thing is, I'm gonna constantly just keep the dog on that leash and sit there. Come on, guys. Shadow, you come on too. And it's constantly keep showing them what it is that I'm looking for. So right there, she looked at that baby chick with this little like, hey, how you doing? Because this is the hardest part. When they're in a spot trying to lay an egg. Ophi, get out of there. When they're in a spot trying to lay an egg and they get out bucking and clucking all loud and crazy like that, that's what drives the dogs absolutely insane. That's the part where, that's the first start for me with that dog. With come on guys, Oreo. With being able to get them to relax around what it is that I want them to relax around. Because we're gonna stand there. And the consequence of, you wanna go and chase it, well, you're with me. You're back on leash with me. You're not doing anything else, and you're stuck to me right now to understand that this is what we're doing. We're not doing anything at all right now. We're doing absolutely nothing, and we're just hanging out. And that starts to just really gets the dogs to be able to just relax. And the same thing with me in reality. It gets me to be able to just relax. It gets me to be able to just calm down. It gets me to be able to just chill and just be. And not have to be on this rampage of like, I gotta be here, I gotta do this, and some news comes in, some money ain't working right, some of this. It's just like, I'm fine, I'm good. Everything is all right. That's the mature way of being. On all the animals do that. When they don't have enough of something, they get a little like, man, what's going on? But then they just stop. They're like, no, we're okay. We got it. We're going to be fine. We're going to figure this out. And then they come up with a game plan in that sense of being, what I want to say is calm, as opposed to a game plan of being all anxious, frantic, and sporadic. Thank you. I've been seeing some stuff with my dogs that it makes sense to me today. I used to say it don't make no sense why they're doing what they're doing and how they're acting and what's going on with them. It don't make no sense. How come I could this and then they stop doing this? How come I could do that and they just want to stop and they don't consider to keep on going and doing it anymore? How is it that they're doing that? And I've just realized today that I understand why. I understand why, because I'm teaching and showing and guiding Oreo. Where's this dog at? And showing them what it is that I'm looking for, what it is that I want. I want you to learn how to be more independent. I want you to grow up. I want you to learn how to be able to do on your own. I'm going to show you the ways that I'm looking for from you. Because that's the difference between all of us. We all have different wants. We all have different needs. We all have different desires. And I'm going to show them what I'm looking for. So someone else you may have a border collie and you do not want to show them the way that I show mine of we're out to go get some work. We're out to do some work. We're out to get stuff done. I don't ever want this dog to just be calm and chill around any animal, period, on my property, ever. I never want him to be that way. But most people, you want your collie to be like how my Dalmatian is. That's why I'm kind of like doing different things to be able to, in reality, prove in the same sense, in the same area, in the same land, by the same person, I could have two different outlooks on these dogs and be able to get what it is that I want and allow them to both still be able to do what it is that I want them to do. And they're able to still be able to have the fun and enjoyment that they are actually wanting and desiring for their own selves as well. And it's not like I'm just stripping from the dog. No, I'm coaching the dog to go further into who they are. And then once they get to what I want to say is a professional level of what they are, so say again, like with the fighting, once the kid becomes you don't even need to be an elite, but just someone that understands the arts more, understands the positions more. You no longer have to deal with silly small stuff anymore. So with someone in the club or in the bar sitting there trying to fight you, you're going to look at them and say, I don't need to mess with you. But if you didn't have that training, you didn't have that guidance, you didn't have that coach that came in to be able to show you how to be able to deal with your impulses, how to deal with being able to just get your emotions in check, how to be able to deal with your feelings and all that, you would have probably fought that guy. And you would probably gotten messed up because that guy may have fought and then three of his other homies probably came in and you pretty good, but you ain't good against 5 people. So you may have been in the hospital. You could have died that day. But when you get more understanding from your coach being able, when your coach being able to guide you, you're not going to go sporadically out into anything anymore. That's what I see in the dog. I coached them. They're no longer sporadically just taking off and just doing whatever the heck they want. That's the big thing that I've been working on this last little bit with, especially my collie here, is getting him to understand the difference of not all the times do you need to put and apply a lot of pressure, because I don't need that right now. So if I'm just feeding the chicks, I don't need you to put the pressure on of like grabbing the foot and holding it down so I can come pick it up. I'm not doing that right now. What I'm doing right now is just feeding them. When I'm ready to move them and I have to pick them up and have to do something, have to take them from coop to coop. I mean, my goodness, this past month I've been moving chickens, and I'm telling you, this stuff is complicated. When you got 5 chickens, whatever. But I still have yet to see, especially even in my face, anyone have a dog that for work. You know, the protection sports, it's not work that I'm talking. I'm talking work. I'm talking real world work, real stuff. I've yet to see a single dog do that. And a police dog, you know, you could say that that's work, but that's still not the work of the dog. I don't know a single person, but yet I got all kinds of people that tell me how I should and this and that and that and this and how they should need to be treated. But I have yet to see a single person have a dog for purpose. And me trying to get all the chickens outside of this coop, without that dog, I don't think I would have got it done. I don't think it's so hard to do, and it starts to become dangerous. It gets really dangerous. Because these things they're not soft and cuddly. They're tough, man, especially you got grown roosters. I've got at least, I think 20, 25 roosters grown right now. I don't usually allow them to grow unless they're going to be a breeder for me. And, but when they get grown, they're a year and a half old. Good luck. Good luck just walking in the coop and thinking you're just going to lean over and pick it up. You're going to lose an eye. That thing is going to, it's going to mess you up. But I'm teaching him, it's like, there's times that I want to put that pressure on because we got stuff to do. The night that I was moving chicks from here and putting them in there and moving my grown ones around, I said, we got to put the pressure on. We got to get this done. And the pressure happens. He's able to get the chick into a daze, and the chick starts to get like, I don't know what to do, and I can easily come and pick it up. Without that, that chick looks at me like, I I don't need to respect you. I don't care about you. But all these animals respect the dog. I don't know what it is. It's super creepy that they respect the dog. The dog gets stuff done. We as humans just don't. And I watch so many homestead videos and this stuff, and y'all struggling with y'all animals. You're struggling with your pigs. You're struggling with your goats. You're struggling with everything. If you had a dog that can be able to push them and put them back into a barn, have that central location, and have the dog, when the dog comes out and applies that pressure and puts them in, oh my goodness, life is easy. But it's not pretty. It's not cute. It's not a nice little show. It's crazy. It's crazy looking. And it just is what it is. You can't really make it look pretty. When the animal doesn't want to move, you have to apply that pressure. And I'm teaching him there's a time to do it, and there's a time that we're just walking and cruising and moving around them. That's how I can leave my dog that chases and moves and corrals and picks up these chicks. I can leave him in the coop back there. I can leave all these dogs back there for hours, and they'll just hang out. Oriole will just keep moving chicks, moving chicks, moving chicks. Ophelia will just keep walking and moving, and Johnny will just probably lay down in the corner and take a nap. And that's just all they're going to do. Is Shadow will just sit on the outside and just hang out and just like be the statue that he needs to be on that level of protection. And then they just sit back there for hours because they know their roles. The role is you're not chasing, you're not moving, you're not doing. You can only chase like this when I tell you to do it. And it's done. And I don't have to micromanage it because now that they've learned that I've allowed them and I've given them their independence to be able to know how to do this, I no longer am in a battle at all. It's just a level of appreciation, I guess I could say in the end. But a lot of times, I don't believe that most of us, they're good, Shadow. He gotta, when they get to cruising and bucking and like that, he's got to go back there to figure it out. Let's see. You can see Shadow do a little bit of his. Oriole, go home. Oriole, go home. So come back here, watch Shadow do some of his work. Because when they get loud like this, there's something going on out here. Usually it's a bird that's flying a little too low. So he'll come running back here and let the chickens know, like, hey, everything is fine. There's nothing to worry about. And he'll bark it out. But it's automatic. It's automatic. I don't need to sit here and explain to him anymore how to do any of this stuff. It's automatic. And I'm like, dude, you know what I'm looking for. Now go out there and make it happen. Go and do it. And then when you don't do it and you're not doing what I'm looking for, then we got to go back to say the learning stages of this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. So every time my little Dalmatian gets to chasing, she's back on leash and hang out with me doing nothing at all. This is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. And then I let it off and I say, go, go, go. Let's see what you do. Let's see what's going to happen here. And then after time, it just keeps getting better and better and better to the point that I no longer have to speak a single word. She knows what's expected. I know what's expected. And we just are able to live in this world together without having to worry about anything at all. Hey, Ophi. Hey, Oreo. Man, you fluffy looking right now, homie. I got to cut your eggs. You eating back. I have a ridiculous overabundance of eggs right now. So I've been giving all the dogs, I had to cut the kibble back a little bit that I was giving them because I give it to them in the winter to try to fatten them up a little bit more. And so I cut that. I'm just done with that. So all my dogs are eating like basically straight eggs at this moment. So I'm going through, I don't even know. So Ophi's getting like 16. Johnny's getting like 12. So I'm going through like 5 dozen eggs a day, or probably a little bit more, almost 6 dozen eggs a day. But I have so much I don't even know what to do with at this moment. But it just makes it for cheap, easy food, cheap, easy food for me. But the biggest thing that I just noticed in this dog is just seeing her. I watched videos and seen pictures of her when she was younger, and she looked like a puppy. And when I see her today, she looks like a grown little dog. She's a mature, seasoned, just satisfied. I'm an adult, and I know how to handle what I need to handle. I know how to do what I need to do type dog at this moment. She's no longer a puppy. She's no longer sporadic and jumping and wild and crazy. She'll have her fun where she runs and plays with, she mainly just plays with Shadow, runs and plays with a dog and just does that. She'll do that occasionally, but it's not an all day, all the time sense. It's just now we're doing that. Now I got because in reality, when we're younger, I'll make another video on that, on this concept of the exercise. When we're young, we need, at the end of the day, I would say is for some of us, because the differences of dogs here. My Pyrenees, he don't need it. He don't need exercise, period. Him doing that run back there and barking, he's probably good for the week. He's good for the week right there. But he's got to keep, that's why I think I need another 2 more to help him to be able to work, because my workload is starting to get more back there. But other dogs are just like freaking crazy, like my Dalmatian, just crazy. So she needs more exercise. When they're younger, we need more exercise. When we hit that I'm an adult stance, We don't really need the same anymore. Now all we need to do is just that little bit to just maintain here and there. And for me, my way of that I haven't gone for a walk in a month at this moment now. I haven't taken this dog for no exercise, no nothing for a whole month. And she's actually better today than she was when I was running her more at this moment. She's much more relaxed. And I've been dealing more with diet over exercise. I've been dealing way more with diet. So I'm watching her weight like crazy. So she's the only one that I really, really watch her weight. The other dogs, Oreo and Johnny, are getting kind of big. This boy here, you can see him. He's getting kind of fat right now. Oreo, come here. See, he's kind of fluffy. He got a little wide body on him. So he's a little plump right now. I've never seen him this big before, but we'll work on that. I watch her like crazy, and I noticed that paying attention to what she's eating, because she's primarily she's had kibble, I think, the first 2 days I got her. She's always on eggs or chicken or beef. So that's all that she eats. And I've just noticed that, I don't know how to explain it, that she's just so satisfied. She still loves eating her food and looking for food, but her obsessiveness to go find food is going completely away. It's starting to just fade away. It's starting to go away. Her desires to do everything that she used to do when she was young is just completely disappearing. And she's starting to be who she is as an adult, not who she is as a puppy. And I think that that's what most people are looking for out of your dog. You want to see this like, fun, running, crazy, psychopath-looking dog all the time. And you don't want that, because that's a puppy. That's that young mindset. We want the dogs to grow up. And when they grow up, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful experience.